August 7th, 2017, about this cool book, Navy SEALs, Their Untold Story, by Dick Couch and William Doyle. That's the cover of the book. Now, I'm not a former SEAL by any means, but I was in the Marine Corps, and I've been starting to read this book, man. A lot of shit makes me crack up, makes me laugh my head off. Like, I turned to one of the picture pages. It says here, Hell Week, 1969. The sugar cookie. Soaking wet frogmen trainees douse themselves in sand. And I remember when we'd be in boot camp, and they'd take you out to what they call the pit. And mind you, it's in Parris Island, so it's really fucking hot, and you're sweating, and you're just miserable and tired. They take you into the pit, and they make you do sit-ups and jumping jacks, and they say, make it rain. So you pick up the sugar sand in your hands, and you just throw it all in the air, and it's all over your fucking face, and your ears, and your eyeballs, and your nose, and your mouth. And you're just constantly throwing it up in the air. And, you know, that's what they do to make you one with the earth, I guess you could say, to make it feel natural to be in that kind of environment. Always, you know, dirty and miserable and very unclean, and just to really like beat you into the ground, you know. And I was thinking about, I'm like, you know, one with the earth. And with my theory development, I think that's one major advantage I have, and for others who might also have this advantage. If you want to understand nature, you gotta kind of be one with nature. You can't be in a air conditioning room looking at a blackboard, dressed in nice clothes, thinking your math equations actually represent reality. What you really got to be doing is looking around you, looking at the stars, visiting mountain ranges, looking at streams, making observations, you know, like Darwin did. Be a natural philosopher, drawing connections with the natural world. And I think that's a major disconnect that a lot of scientists these days who work in astronomy and astrophysics, they're really disconnected from nature. They're disconnected from reality. And it's not that they're insane, clinically insane, and, you know, it might be funny to mention it like that, but they, you know, they're in echo chambers. They only surround themselves with other people who are also, you know, disconnected. So they don't really have what it takes to understand nature at a fundamental level, because they never really became one with nature. They've always just sort of remained disconnected. And to any former SEALs or Marines or Navy guys who've been on ship for a long ass time, or any Army guys that, you know, have been in the deserts of Afghanistan, or the mountains of Afghanistan, or in Iraq, or, you know, wherever you may be in the jungles of the Amazon or the Congo. I think they have a major advantage over a lot of the academics who just don't have that visceral understanding of nature, that nature is incredibly powerful and it doesn't give a shit what you think your theory is. It's going to be doing its own thing regardless. And too bad I look at a lot of SEALs, and I know they're probably really proud of their work, but I don't know if a lot of them will make the transition and take the good from what they experienced and move on to, like, the scientific community. Because to be good in the scientific community, to work your way up in that, you have to have it started at the very bottom, meaning once you exited college or high school, you went directly into college and you started to do the classes and what you needed to do to get there. But learning physics and geology and chemistry and not really equating it and drawing the parallels with being one with nature and experiencing it for what it really is is, I think, doing a major disservice to you and your future endeavors. Which is why anybody who works in academia should be a good challenge for them to separate themselves from the people who they work with, and maybe just roll around in a mud pile every now and then, or make yourself into a sugar cookie, to really understand that these aren't, the reality isn't a math equation. It isn't a theory. It's reality. All right, you guys, take it easy.